So you moved your business into your home. Do you still need insurance? The short answer is yes, because you haven't really gotten rid of any risk, you just kind of shifted it. You've got questions, we've got answers. Let's get into it. Technology has made it easier to deliver products and services from pretty much anywhere in the world. So naturally, it makes sense to consider the possibility of saving on overhead and moving your business into your home. And that changes the way that we think about risk. But it doesn't really take away any business risk. In fact, a home-based business has the same risks that any business does, whether it's got a retail store, a shop, a manufacturer who's making fine artisan goods, a caterer or a restaurant. Whether you're doing these at a commercial location or running them out of your home, the business risk is exactly the same. One common misconception is that when you move your business into your home, you no longer have a landlord. Well, that's just not completely accurate. You've just changed landlords. Yep, that's right. You are now your landlord, and all the risk your previous landlord used to have for the premises operations now fall onto you. It's the reason they made you have insurance when you had a commercial location. Now you're responsible for those things. So if your business requires that your customers come to your home, you have the same premises exposure you used to have. What if my business doesn't really have customers that come to the location or wouldn't need to come to my home because it's a product that you deliver, something you do virtually, or maybe something that you go see the customer at their premises? Well, you still have a premises exposure. If you're selling something, whether you make it or buying from somebody else and reselling it, you're likely showing these things off at farmers markets, local chamber fairs, or different kind of local events. And while you're there selling the product, you have a premises. If you're at the customer's location became your premises, and you might find yourself involved in a lawsuit for something that happened while you were there, some property damage or liability that happened while you were there. All right, so you don't have a premises, you don't go to customers' premises, and you absolutely never go to any kind of location, coffee shop, farmer's market, fair, or anything to try to sell your product. It's 100% online. Do you still have a risk? Well, yes. The risk actually occurs when you're having someone come and pick up the products that you're delivering. The risk might be while you're heading over to the local UPS store to drop off some promotional materials that you're mailing to that customer. And even more, the risk might be the product you're selling itself. A lot of home-based businesses sell something that they make. And whether you make it as an artisan or you mass produce it, you're still a manufacturer. And all of the product liability that would follow any manufactured product may become something that becomes a risk to you, your business. It's the reason why any of the big box stores require that their vendors, the people who make the stuff they sell, have insurance. It's because if something was to go wrong with that product and they were to be hurt, they're going to be named in that lawsuit, and so they want to have the protection. Same way your business needs that protection. If you're selling something, even if it seems something random and that couldn't possibly hurt anybody, insurance, liability insurance specifically, isn't so that it can pay at the time of a loss that you actually occurred. That's kind of a given. Hey, these things can happen. But more often, it's to defend you when you're named in a lawsuit, whether or not you were negligent. You don't have to be negligent to be named in a lawsuit. You just have to exist. And if your business is selling something, you exist. So therefore, the liability insurance becomes so important. But wouldn't your homeowner's insurance cover your business risk if you're running it out of your home? Absolutely not. All homeowners policies have some kind of exclusion removing business risks from the policy. Homeowners policies were meant for living in a home and the exposures, the risks that come from being a homeowner. They don't at all look at any kind of business being run out of your home. So not only do you run the risk of not having a specific claim covered, you might run the risk of having your coverage voided completely. So you have to look at your homeowner's policy, because some companies exclude business risk in its entirety, whether it's for liability or for property. So if your business somehow started a fire in your home and your homeowner's insurance company is not aware that you're running a business, you might find yourself without any coverage after that loss. So what can you do to limit risk? Well, especially after the pandemic, a lot of insurance products have come out to help supplement insurance for businesses that are running out of people's homes. Now, the more complex the business, the harder this really is to do. The policies that exist out there are for people who are making and selling small amounts of items and very limited kinds of items. Think candles or maybe some basic woodworking, maybe a consultant who's teaching or providing business coaching services virtually. Think authors, web designers, that kind of thing. If you're mass producing something the way you did out of your commercial location, out of your home, you might find that it's a little bit difficult to find coverage that truly provides protection for both your home and your business. Some insurance policies just don't contemplate the mixture of those two types of things for certain operations, say large catering operations. If you have a large catering operation, you should definitely be renting a commercial kitchen or making the decision maybe to buy one in order to run your operations and separate your home and your work life. Because though work-life balance has become a real trend, the truth is that the insurance contracts do not have a work-life balance. They try to create absolute delineations between the two, because the commercial policy doesn't want to cover your personal risk, and the personal policy has nothing to do with your commercial risk. What about the property for my business that I'm running out of my home? Some policies, we may be able to add on a little bit of property coverage for the business that's running out of your home, very specifically. Not the home itself, that would still have to be on a homeowner's policy, and you'd have to be sure that the carrier is aware of the business that you're running and that the endorsements are there so that you don't have a coverage issue or an exclusion issue at the time of a loss. But some of the programs that exist now not only provide liability coverage for the premises in case there's a delivery person who's picking something up, or while you're at a coffee shop or that farmer's market, it can also provide a little bit of coverage for your computer and maybe a small amount of stock that you may have in your home as part of your business. Not all insurance is created equal, and not any business is created equal either, especially when you're mixing home and business life. So it's extremely important that you review the policy for its exact terms and conditions to make sure the coverage you want is the coverage you have at the time of a loss. That's where trusted advisors come in. We can help you better understand the products that are available and help you better make decisions so that you have the coverage you want at the time of a loss. If you don't have a trusted advisor or you'd like a second opinion, feel free to reach out to us at www.depozitoinsurance.com. There you'll be able to text, chat, and even start an online quote right there from your phone or computer. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you found this information useful, please share it with someone who might need it. And you do me a great favor and honor if you hit that subscribe button. We make a lot of insurance videos, but we try to have a little fun too. Thank you.